Australian outback. Today we're going to be diving into the do's and don'ts of AP Lang. Today we are at Madison High School and we are looking for students who can tell us all about the AP Lang course. Here we have one that doesn't take AP Lang and we're wondering, tell the people, how much writing do you do?
Very little.
He does very little writing. Come, oh my god, I've spotted one. Oh my god. Sir, do you take AP Lang?
I do, yeah.
How much writing do you do?
Do a pretty fair amount of writing.
They do a fair amount of writing. Do you know what he means? Look, now we need to ask you all of the essential questions that everyone is wondering. In AP Lang, are there any strategic, like classroom placement recommendations that you have?
Without a doubt, sit in the back middle of the class. If you're in the middle, you can still learn, but in the back, not all the attention is on you.
Really, really interesting. Really, really interesting.
If you want to play the most games during class, sit in the back corner.
Today we're going to be speaking with our resident AP Lang teacher, Mr. Turo, doubling as a fantastic girls basketball coach. Mr. Turo, we're wondering, what do you look for in your students' writing?
I think one of the most important things in student writing is to be concise, to use strong transitions, to not be redundant in the words that you use, which means don't repeat yourself, or say the same thing in a different way, or then put it in another set of words so that you've just said the same thing over and over again.
Essentially, guys, what you don't want to do is waste your time. Thank you so much. We've been out here for a few days now. We've been searching for AP Lang students doing their homework. I think we finally found one down the hall. Now the trick is you can't scare them. They're fearful creatures. You have to approach with utmost caution and just peacefulness all around. So we're gonna make our way over there. We're gonna do our best not to scare them off. I think we're finally there. We've made it to this student. Let's see what he's got going on. Excuse me, mate. Now, I was wondering if you could inform us a little bit about the timed writings you do in English class.
Yeah, we have them every so often, maybe once every 2 months, and they're just on the types of essays we've been studying. They're not too bad.
How much do you study an essay before you actually put it into action in that timed writing scenario, where it's really just survival?
Well, you can't really study for those types of things because it's very, you can't just like write an essay to study for it, but you just have to know the structure that you're going for, and then when the time comes, you have to pace yourself and you'll be good.
That's good.
Now, could you tell me, of all the courses you've taken, because I'm sure you're a very, very studious student of the studious.
Obviously.
What I'm wondering is, how difficult for you is this course?
Going in, I was expecting it to be a lot worse than it actually is. I think if you put in the work, then it's not too bad. And yeah.
You heard it here first. Charlie CLICKBAIT has no respect for AP Lang. He thinks it's a walk in the park, and he actually thinks it's a waste of his time. Thank you guys for joining me on this amazing journey, where we have learned so much on this expedition about AP Lang students, the teacher, moving, to say the least. I've spent the last few months, and I feel okay. Thank you.
Today, we're in the hallways of MHS looking for AP Lang students and asking them, what do they do to study writing? How do you have any tips? Do you have any? I'm improvising this. This is really hard, actually. Oh wow, it's an AP Lang student. Let's see what he's working on here. What you got going on there, man?
I'm not sure yet. I'm having trouble seeing my screen.
Oh, do you want? Yeah, good. Is that better?
Yep. Cool. Right now.
So no, let's just like what are you working on, man?
Well, right now I'm just starting the essay, so I'm trying to get a feel for what I want it to look like. I'm checking out the prompt, seeing what it's asking me to do, and then I'm mapping out each paragraph based off of the structure I'm meant to use for this essay, and seeing what I want included in each paragraph.
So like, I think you got a decent start there. What are you feeling about your own voice? Like, do you feel confident in your ability to really speak for yourself here?
Yeah, when it comes to writing, I think I've developed a pretty strong voice in my writing, but that took a while. That took a lot of writing to do. And it took a lot of good writing to do. Good writing, not necessarily in terms of prose, because that's also developed over time, but in the sense that I'm writing something that I actually believe in.
So now that you got these voice skills going on, how do you say you really help prepare for that? I mean, do you attribute any of that to AP Lang?
Oh, absolutely. We do so much writing in AP Lang, so it's hard to not develop your voice. The only way you can't is if you just write from a perspective that you've never had.
And I've heard from other sources here that we've read a book on writing well by William Zinsser. How do you feel about that, man?
It's actually a sore subject for me because in the summer assignment, it said we had to annotate that book. And I annotated every single page of that book, and the annotations weren't graded. But other than that, I thought it was a great book.
So, I mean, well, that's kind of helpful for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Looking back, now you know how to write well, extra well.
Yep.
On writing very well.
Yeah, I guess so. Would have helped if I got those points, though.
So, hypothetically, let's say you got a new essay coming up. You got your points, you got your sources. How are you going to go about, what's your first step going into that?
Yeah, like as I said before, just really making sure I've got the structure right, because we do a lot of different types of essays, and you want to make sure you're not, crisscrossing any of those, get it no points because you wrote a good essay using the wrong structure.
Thank you for joining me this evening. It was, an awfully nice experience to hear what Rory had to say about AP Lang. Maybe consider taking the course. Definitely helps with our writing. So, if you really want to write well, I definitely recommend AP Lang for you.
Yo, what's up, brothers and sisters? You want to pass the AP test? I got some tips for you. You want to pass the AP test? It's all about the attitude you got. It's all about the confidence. You want to be confident? You got to write well. Write well, you got to practice writing. So that's how you're going to pass the AP test. You got to give it your best on all those AP writings, man. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're going to be mad minute writing. First off, multiple choice. You got to be able to identify the grammar on multiple choice. Make sure you know all that, because that's going to be real important, man. Next off, you got the big writings. You got an argumentation essay, synthesis essay.
Oh, it's what's the thing? What is it?
Rhetorical analysis. Number one, we got rhetorical analysis. You can analyze the rhetorics that the author is using. You got ethos, pathos, and logos. Then you just want to say exactly what the author's using to convey their message. Pretty simple, right? Next one, you got your presentation. Pretty much, you're just going to be doing exactly what you feel like doing. Pretty much, you just use your own experience. You use some sources that you know of. You use historical examples or your own experience to argue your point. And then you got your synthesis. You got to read a bunch of stuff, like 6 things, bro. And then you're just gonna freaking combine them together, and it'll be pretty good, You don't even want to pick a side too much. You just want to combine that stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right, word. First off, brothers, we got the multiple choice. Multiple choice. You're gonna read some super boring passages, right? But then you're gonna answer some pretty fun questions about them. They're gonna ask you about like author's choice, man. Like, what's the author trying to use to convey his or her message, right? And then you're gonna ask about like the point of the passage. What are the rhetorics used? All that snazzy stuff. So, how y'all want to prepare for this AP test, huh? Well, first off, what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna read my books, man. I'm a big reading guy, if you couldn't tell already. But you know, just gonna read those books, practice that writing, and the thing that you want to be is relaxed, right? You gotta be freaking relaxed, bro. If you're not relaxed, it's not gonna work. Writing is all about being confident. Trust your style, bro. Trust it. I know it. I would trust it. All right, bro. In class, reading those books, you gotta make sure that you're actually reading them. What do you expect to get done if you're not gonna read those books? You know what I'm saying? And then you got those reading checks, bro. Those reading checks, they're designed to make you fail if you don't read that book. Trust me, I've tried. That's a joke. But, you know, if you don't read that book, what do you expect you're going to get on the reading check? Reading checks like those, they're going to prepare you for analyzing that AP test, getting a 5 on that test, bro. Easy cash money. All right, word. Peace out. Oh, I don't need that. Thanks. So, like, I was thinking maybe, like, the real AP test was the friends we made along the way.
Yo, shut up, dog. So dumb. You're dumb. Stuck.
Yeah. Why are you taking AP?